In the late 1950s, two inventors set out to create the perfect textured wallpaper. It was cheap to produce, reflective, translucent, and filled with air. They named their beautiful creation bubble wrap, and nobody bought it. It wasn't until people started using bubble wrap to protect our valuables that it really took off. Finding a new use for something can be a stroke of genius, but sometimes the opposite is true. Like the Social Security number, it was designed just to track retirement earnings, but over the past 80 years, it has turned into a de facto personal identifier for Americans. And now, stolen Social Security numbers are all too common. So how did the bubble burst on the Social Security number? In a recent survey from Capital One, nearly 55% of respondents were victims of financial fraud. And Social Security fraud is a common way to join that 55% club. That's why today it's important to closely monitor your personal information with digital tools like CreditWise from Capital One. It helps you fight fraud by, among other things, tracking your Social Security number and email address in the dark web.
This Social Security measure gives at least some protection to 50 millions of our citizens.
Go back to 1935, however, and people weren't quite so protective of their brand new Social Security numbers. Having this number was new and surprising, so some people treated it as a novelty, getting it inscribed on rings or even tattooed. One wallet manufacturer even put his secretary's real Social Security number on a demo card that was packaged inside thousands of wallets. The IRS started using it for taxes in 1962. Then the military started using it in 1969, and by 2005, a Social Security number was required in order to apply for a driver's license. So the Social Security number became a de facto national identifier. And this is an issue. Since the Social Security number was only intended to serve a simple function, there were no high-level security measures built in. Remember that secretary whose number was in all those wallet cards? Well, over the years, around 40,000 people used her number as their own, or tried to. Today, data scientists liken the Social Security number to a username without a password. If someone has yours, they put you at risk for identity theft and even fraud. That's right, at risk of joining the 55% club.
Always be careful is still the ABC of safety.
So keeping an eye on your Social Security number is important. One tool is CreditWise from Capital One, a free app that notifies you if it detects a change in your credit report, whether you're a Capital One customer or not. Then you can take action. Request an up-to-date credit report. Consider adding a fraud alert, and freeze your credit if you see suspicious activity. The Social Security number might be vulnerable, but that doesn't mean you have to be.